LG came out with one of the first Android Wear watches last year. Since then, they have produced their first rounded watch suitably named the Watch R. Now, the Watch Urbane is LG's top-end Android Wear watch at around £210. But does it meet expectations? In my opinion, the watch is the best looking out of all the Android Wear watches currently out, with its circular display and metal casing passing at some angles as a traditional looking watch. The watch has a crown button that can enable cinema mode with a double push, go back with a single push, and open the apps list with a hold. Unlike the Apple Watch, there is no rotation in the crown. As someone used to wearing heavy stainless steel watches, I can say that the watch is barely noticeable while on your wrist. In fact, my main gripe with the watch is the strap. With the amount of money paid, they could have included a higher quality strap. However, the leather strap feels stiff and slides around on your wrist too easily. The strap that I'm using has no visible wear yet, but I can't see it lasting for many years. Unlike the Apple Watch, however, you can swap out the band with any standard 22mm strap. The device has a 1.3-inch POLED display with a resolution of 320 by 320 pixels. On its own, the display looks good, though it would be great if the display had a slightly higher resolution to avoid the noticeable lines when an image is at an angle to the pixels. Compared to the original LG G Watch, the display is much sharper and the colours seem to be more vivid. In contrast, the display on the Apple Watch looks much better with its superior resolution and higher saturation. The display handles relatively well in moderate sunlight, but does struggle with direct sunlight, with some occasions requiring me to cup my spare hand over the watch. On paper, the device has 512MB of RAM and a 1.2 GHz Snapdragon 400 chip, which would seem plenty for such a small device. Yet, as with any product out there, there are downfalls. Every now and then the watch will slow down to an unusable state or start lagging, completely ruining the watch's experience. Now, I don't blame LG completely, as I feel these issues could be fixed with updates to Android Wear, which has happened before in some updates. The battery is rated at 410 mAh, but how long does it last in the real world? During an average day at work with medium usage of the watch, I can end up with 60% battery still left. That's about 16 hours of on-the-wrist time. With Wi-Fi enabled, the device's battery will drain considerably faster, so my recommendation is to leave it off. Even with 60% battery, you're going to want to get into the habit of charging the watch every night so that it's always ready for the next day. The watch includes the standard Google Fit step tracking that I use more like an activity monitor comparing my day-by-day movements rather than looking at the actual steps due to its unreliability. There is also a built-in heart rate monitor activated from LG's own Pulse app or from the Google Fit app. Google Fit will take your pulse at the time of recording, whereas the Pulse app takes an average over a stopwatch recorded period. In reality, the LG Watch Urbane is as good as it can be. Some people complain about the lack of GPS, however I have my watch connected to my phone all of the time, and so I have no need for it. Yes, the strap could be better, but it really isn't that hard to go out and buy a brand new one if you really must. The main limit to all Android Wear watches is the software behind them. Google has worked to improve the Android Wear OS, bringing comparable features to the Apple Watch. The addition of iOS compatibility brings a whole new market of people able to join. However, the small issues such as the performance problems mentioned and Wi-Fi connectivity issues are preventing the devices from really taking off. This is where Google now needs to focus its efforts. This is the end of my LG Watch Urbane review. If you want to see more videos like this, please thumbs up the video and leave a comment down below.